Thanks, guys. To kick off Now You Know Health this semester, I thought it would be fun to do a little nutrition version of Mythbusters. I'm calling this Nutrition Myths Trust or Bust. I have a series of 4 popular beliefs about health and nutrition, and I'm here to tell you whether you guys should trust or bust these myths. Myth number 1. You can lose weight by not eating after 7 p.m. This myth is a trust. As common sense would tell us, it is true that not eating 4 hours before your bedtime is a wise choice. Since most of us don't go to bed until later than 11 p.m., this pushes the idea of not eating after 7 o'clock forward a little bit, in accordance with when you go to bed. The idea is that since your metabolism significantly slows down while you're sleeping, if you eat anything right before going to bed, where you're going to be in a sedentary state for several hours, it turns into fat. This myth reflects the fact that when you eat is almost as important as what you eat. Consider breakfast the most important meal of the day and try to stick to not eating a few hours before bedtime. Myth number 2. Vegetarians can't get a sufficient amount of protein in their diet. This myth is a bust. While I will admit that it is much easier for non-vegetarians to get their daily supply of necessary and complete proteins, it is also possible for vegetarians to get the appropriate amount of protein if, and only if, they make a conscious effort to do so. This information pertains to lacto-ovo-vegetarians, which is generally the most common kind of vegetarians out there. And for you vegans, well, that's a whole separate show. Vegetarians can get complete proteins by combining foods that complement each other. For example, beans and rice are both incomplete proteins that lack certain essential amino acids. However, when eaten together, these foods form a complete protein as they have amino acids that the other lacks. This formation of a complete protein can be made by other legume and grain combinations, such as whole grain pitas and hummus or wheat bread and peanut butter. In addition, all soy products such as soy burgers, tofu, or soy milk are complete proteins already. The recommended amount of protein for a 2,000 calorie diet is about 50 grams. Myth number 3, chocolate is bad for you. This myth is also a bust. Yes, chocolate in large amounts, like anything else in large amounts, is not good for you. However, there has been significant research that has shown that about 1 ounce of dark chocolate a day is actually good for your heart and helps lower blood pressure. Because of their high cocoa content, dark chocolate is filled with flavonoids. Flavonoids keep cholesterol from gathering in blood vessels, aiding in the maintenance of heart health. Since it is the flavonoids that make dark chocolate healthy, the higher the cocoa content, the better. However, before you chocolate lovers hit up the vending machines for that dark chocolate Hershey's bar, remember that chocolate, dark or not, is still filled with calories and fat, so keep this intake into account when including dark chocolate in your daily diet. And myth number 4 is that green tea boosts your metabolism. This myth is a trust. Yes, green tea does have an ingredient known as EGCG that has been proven to be a metabolism booster. However, in order for this booster to actually make a big difference in your metabolism, you would have to consume ridiculous amounts of green tea. In addition to the little metabolism boost, green tea is also a healthy choice because, like dark chocolate, it is full of flavonoids and antioxidants. Well, that's all for today's portions of Now You Know Health. I hope you can all spread the news and stop more of the bustable myths from forming. Back to you guys at the desk.